And the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Good for a Pittsburgh.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the counter, it's Connor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
A gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Snell, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
The 33-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's got Miller. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
For a Pittsburgh Steeler.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Connor. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mayfield. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him at first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
First down.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 20.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Connor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 25-yard line. They'll run here with Connor. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Jackson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
2nd and 11.
The 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they see right through that defensively. as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. To throw, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Jackson's pass.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Mayfield down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They run for it with Hunt. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
The extra point.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy. the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Open man is Switzer, complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ryan Switzer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Here's Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, it's Logan. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A gain of 5. 1st down, Cleveland.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Justin Lane there defensively that time to knock it free. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
At the Browns' 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sione Takitaki charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Brings up 3rd down.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, a give to Connor. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play.
2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
It's a turnover on downs.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
The ball carrier.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown